people? I am Jaby Koay, joined by Syntell Koay.
Yo, what's cracking, baby?
We're looking at THARA by CARRYMINATI. Thank you, CARRYMINATI, for allowing us to react to this. Very, very much appreciate it. Y'all, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. While you're subscribing and upvoting stuff, make sure to subscribe to Syntell with the Intel, youtube.com/Syntell or at Syntell on Instagram. All right, let's jump into this. Here we go.
बेके के ही सब खत्म होगा। अब क्या परेशानी है ताऊ? कटरीना का ब्याह होगा बेके। तो तू क्या ले? कैसी बातें कर रहा है? मेरे और विक्की में कितना फर्क?
I need to give you context real quick.
Little bit.
Katrina Kaif is a very famous Bollywood actress.
Okay.
And Vicky Kaushal is a famous Bollywood actor who we actually got to interview.
Nice.
Cool. There was this huge rah-rah in India because they got married.
Oh.
Vicky Kaushal and Katrina Kaif. And so I guess this video is kind of poking fun at it.
Okay.
उम्र की बताऊं या औकात? दोनों में 100 करोड़ का फर्क है। ज्यादा थोड़ी होते हैं। अपने ताऊ से जला ना करे बेके। चल तो तेरे फेफड़े रहे हैं। कुछ काम धंधा है नहीं, बैठ के बस हुक्का खींचता रहे। और सपने कटरीना के। और क्या हाल है छोटे छिलके? छपरी 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 यूट्यूबर। छपरी किससे कह रहा? ताऊ समझा ले से। जबान खींच कर गले पे लपेट दूंगा। और इसने ये शब्द कहाँ से पकड़ा? वो है ना बेटे अपनी छाती में घुसन मारता रहे। अच्छा, पहले फिर उसे देखता हूँ, फिर आता हूँ तेरी 3.5 फुट की गलती पे।
I might be wrong. There was this YouTuber or TikToker who keeps hitting his chest every time he says he's going to do something, like he's going to eat fish, and then he hits his chest like it's his thing.
It's trademark.
It's his trademark. A trademark is a better way to put it. So I think that's who he's making fun of there.
Bet.
मेरी गैर ना जा सके कटरीना। छपरी 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 ताऊ छपरी। सुसुरो अपने बाप को छपरी कह रहा। इधर आ तो बताओ मैं बहुत छपरी बहुत छपरी। ये छपरी छपरी ताऊ छपरी। सुसुरो भाग का रहा है। तो कैसे हैं आप? आजा 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 पहलवान।
Yeah, this is the guy. He was making fun of that guy. I was right. This dude's always like hitting himself in what's his name? Triggered Insan, who's another YouTuber. I think you might have seen Triggered Insan's videos with me. He was hardcore making fun of that dude. He got really enraged when Triggered Insan made fun of him. He's got a lot of ego, I guess. Just very big ego, yeah.
बुला रहा कि डरा रहा? तू रोस्ट मारेगा क्या कैरीमिनाटी चश्मे? तेरे को दिखता नहीं दिन में चश्मे लगा के तू रोस्टिंग मारता है। ये देख लो, ये तो पढ़ाई है इसकी। जो लोग चश्मा पहनते हैं उन्हें दिन में दिखाई नहीं देता है। अभी तो इसका कॉन्फिडेंस कम है। जिस दिन ये सेब और संतरे के बीच में फर्क बता देगा ना, उस दिन ये यूपीएससी की तैयारी करना चालू कर देगा। यार आज हम इसी मछली के बारे में बात करने जा रहे हैं जिसपे पानी बहुत है, लेकिन तब भी तड़पने का नाटक कर रही है ताकि और पानी मिल सके। तो आओ यार, अपनी बाल्टी को पानी से भर लो और शुरू करते हैं बिना किसी बकचोदी के।
जो जोगिंदर, थारा बाई जोगिंदर इतना बड़ा पायलट बन जाएगा, इतनी तेज एरोप्लेन उड़ा लेगा, इतने कट मार दूंगा आसमान में, पायलट के मालिक ने सोची ना होगी।
आसमान में चौराहा नहीं होता जो तू कट मार लेगा। पायलट बनना है कि ड्राइवर? अपने मालिक से पूछ के बताइए। जो जोगिंदर, थारा बाई जोगिंदर इतनी तगड़ी डुबकी मार दूंगा इस स्विमिंग पूल में, किसी ने सोची ना होगी।
What kind of pool is that? Was that like a cesspool or something?
और मूर्ख बुद्धि।
What happened?
Is that like a cesspool or something?
I don't know what that is. He makes it seem as though he's about to do some epic challenge whenever he hits himself before he goes into and embarks on this challenge. I don't actually know what he's doing here, but he's got slippers on as he goes into the pool. And so it's kind of...
Okay, all right. I'm with it. I'm with it. Let's go. Let's keep it moving.
पर समेत कूद गया और जिसमें डुबकी मार रहे हो उसे साफ तो कर लिया करो। सुसरा पैम्पलेट लहरा रहा है। कल को मजे के चक्कर में कीचड़ में मुंह मत दे।
So it was what you were talking about.
It was a cesspool, right?
I mean, it looks gross.
Yeah. No wonder he's got some shoes on because he want to step on some needles at the bottom of that bad boy, probably.
जो जोगिंदर, थारा बाई जोगिंदर सोनीपत आ गया है और सोनीपत के इस रोड पे सेंट्रो गाड़ी इतनी घुमा दूंगा, इतनी ड्रिफ्ट मार दूंगा, सोनीपत के बालकों ने सोची ना होगी।
सोचो तुम सोनीपत के बालक हो, शाम का वक्त है और तुम अपने दोस्त के साथ मोमो खाते हुए गेड़ी मार रहे हो।
Oh my gosh, was that him?
सही बताऊं तो इस पे वीडियो बनाते हुए मुझे डर लग रहा था क्योंकि भाई की पहुंच हॉलीवुड तक है। एट द रेट ऑफिशियली मैं कौन ही सर डूइंग यू थारा भाई जोगिंदर, थैंक यू बनवाड़ी दिल। ओ बेटे इंटरनेशनल भाई की
Hold up. Wait.
Did he really contact him?
Hold up. I gotta check. I just need to see.
डर लग रहा था क्योंकि भाई की पहुंच हॉलीवुड तक है।
All right. That's not really him though.
Oh, I think he got confused. Well, he's making a claim that
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey is like on like going, oh yeah, thank you for doing my thing. You know, Matthew McConaughey. Thank you, sir, for doing my thing. But the thing is, Matthew McConaughey has been doing that for like that's been his thing. He improvised that scene in Wolf of Wall Street. Like, way to take credit, buddy.
Well, at least he tried.
Say again?
At least he tried.
Yeah.
Officially मैं कौन ही सर doing you थारा भाई जोगिंदर thank you बनवाड़ी दिल
Poor guy.
इंटरनेशनल भाई की चौड़ है भाई की पहुंच है अब एक काम कर ताजमहल की चोटी पे जा और वहां जाके कह दे भाई ने नया घर ले लिया है एवेंजर्स में भी तो था ये देखा नहीं आयरन मैन की स्केल मराइयो भाई अंडल ये मेरी इस पे पहली वीडियो है लेकिन भाई के हिसाब से इसे मैंने पहले लोस्ट कर रखा है
तेरी औकात क्या है मेरे सामने ये बताओ कैरीमिनाटी अपनी वीडियो देख किससे पूछ के रोस्ट मार रहा है देख अपनी वीडियो
कैन यू प्लीज रोस्ट थारा भाई जोगिंदर इन 30 सेकंड्स जोगिंदर थारा भाई जोगिंदर थारा भाई जोगिंदर पिछले 6.5 साल से
क्या पिछले साल
ये वाला जो फेफड़ा है ना ये वाला फेफड़ा भाई का फ्रैक्चर है भाई तब भी जिंदा है समझ रहे हो जिंदा है भाई कैसे मारता हूँ इतनी तेज थारा भाई जोगिंदर इसे रोस्ट नहीं सपोर्ट कहते
That I don't think he actually roasted him in a like he kind of made fun of him, but it wasn't that bad. It was like, you know, it was more of a playful like acknowledgement of his existence.
That's not a roast. A roast is like full blown purpose, and I'm going to get your ass. That sounded more like the dude that's interviewing was like, well, what do you have to say about this guy? And he was just like, oh yeah, you know the dude that does that.
Yeah,
that's not a roast.
Well, the funniest thing is CARRYMINATI's been known for like just roasting people so hard.
Right.
And so in that instance, this improv roast, as it were, it's like, it was more of just like a playful going, hey, I know you. Oh man, I'm not tough as him. He's making fun of himself. If anything, he's making fun. It's self-deprecating humor. That's interesting. He took it so personally.
थारा भाई कौन सा क्या है चलो कोई बात नहीं मान लेते ये भोलू है और हो सकता है वो क्लिप देख के इसे बुरा लगा हो
काफी बड़े बड़े लोगों ने डुएट किया बहुत ने डायलॉग कॉपी किए बड़े बड़े यूट्यूबर आज भी डायलॉग कॉपी कर रहे हैं बड़े बड़े यूट्यूबर आज भी डायलॉग कॉपी कर रहे हैं
अबे डंबल जब बुरा लगने का नाटक कर रहा है तो ये चीजें तो छुपा ले का मरीज है ये ऐसा अनोखा प्राणी है जो अपने दोस्त का बैग चुरा के अगले दिन उसे चमकाएगा देख मैंने नया बैट ले लिया है अब नाटक देख लो इसका
भाई जोगिंदर का रोज सुन लिए तो कैरीमिनाटी अगर फूक मार दूंगा ना आसमान में उड़ जाएगा
ओ फिल्मी ऐसी बातें सुन के 13 साल के बच्चे मुंह पे थूक के चले जाते हैं
तेरे पैर के नीचे से जमीन खिसक जाएगी अंधेरा ही अंधेरा हो जाएगा तेरे पूरे शरीर में
सागर पिघला के ज्वाला बना दूंगा जान खा जाऊंगा लौड़ा लसन अबे यार क्या दिन आ गए हैं इससे बढ़िया विंजो पे गेम खेल लेता हूँ कम से कम इनाम तो मिलेगा अगर तुम्हें भी इनाम चाहिए तो विंजो भरोसे की दिक्कत नहीं है पहले से 7 करोड़ से ज्यादा लोग 100 से भी ज्यादा गेम्स खेलकर मर्सिडीज बेंज जैसी गाड़ियां जीत रहे हैं वरना कैश प्राइजेस तो है ही
तू नंबर 1 रोस्टर होता ना तो तू गाली वर्ड का यूज नहीं करता तू आज की जनरेशन को आज के यूथ को गंदा कर रहा है यूट्यूब के अंदर
हाँ और जिस गधे पे थारा भाई बैठते हैं वो घोड़ा बन जाता है लेकिन सही बात है यार थारा भाई कभी गाली नहीं देते है ना
मेरी कोई सी वीडियो उठा लो अगर मैंने किसी को गाली दी हो तो भाई जब मेरे इस चूतिया दोस्त का ब्याह होगा कुत्ता भाग
चलो कोई बात नहीं यार गलती सबसे होती है कम से कम थारा भाई बच्चे तो नहीं बिगाड़ रहा
क्या चाहिए तेरे को पार्टी में
यो हिमांशु थारा भाई हिमांशु 2 बीडी का मंडल पी जाएगा आज
Wow.
3 बियर पिएगा
Wow. Corrupting the youth. Wow.
That's some crazy hypocrisy, dude. That's why I try not to say shit about anybody. Because sure enough, you're going to be Ben Affleck, and it's just like, oh, damn, I wish I hadn't said anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yo, the internet has a good memory. That's all I know. It's better than yours, I'll say that.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it. The internet's memory is better than yours. I try not to ever make fun of anybody because it's like you just never know. It might come back to bite you. An old martial arts teacher told me gossiping about people is the same as spitting upward. it's just gonna come right back to your face. You know?
Wise words, wisdom, ladies and gentlemen. Wisdom.
हाँ भाई, चढ़ा दे झाड़ पे, बना दे इन्फ्लुएंसर ऑफ द ईयर। अच्छाई का झंडा लहराने से पहले ना खुद का पिछवाड़ा साफ कर लिया करो। क्या कर रहा था? वीडियो बना रहा था ना, तो हम क्या नुक्कड़ नाटक कर रहे हैं? ना सर है ना पैर है, चौधरी बना दो बस।
आज के टाइम तेरे जैसे खस्सी छपरी यूट्यूबर ने हमारा माहौल खराब कर रखा है इंडिया के अंदर।
सही बात है, मैंने माहौल खराब कर रखा है। जब थारा भाई मेरी वीडियो देखता है तो उसे अगले के लिए बहुत दया आती है।
दीपक कलाल मेरी बात सुन, तू जाके ना कैरीमिनाटी से बात कर, तेरा बढ़िया मजाक उड़ाया था कैरीमिनाटी ने।
हवाबाजी ने खुद का मुंह कीचड़ में डाल के बोल रहा दुनिया कितनी गंदी है। अभी तो और नाटक देख लो इसके।
बवंडर जोन सा यूट्यूबर कैरीमिनाटी की सपोर्ट में आएगा, एक की गोभी खोद दूंगा यूट्यूब पे इस बार।
वो सब तो ठीक है, कीड़ा क्यों है बे? और ये परिचित की झाट लटका के सिनेमा दे रहा है।
ये कैरीमिनाटी ने स्टार्ट किया रोस्टिंग। स्टार्टिंग तूने की थी, कैरीमिनाटी बाप थारा भाई जोगिंदर बंद करेगा इस रोस्टिंग को।
ये तेरे गन्ने की जूस की मशीन नहीं है जो तू बंद करवा देगा। और ये स्पीड के इंजेक्शन मारना ना बंद कर दे, लैंडी साइड इफेक्ट आना चालू हो गए हैं।
Alright, that's funny.
यो जोगिंदर थारा भाई जोगिंदर, यो जोगिंदर थारा भाई जोगिंदर, यो।
ना जाने कितने युवक शिकार हैं इन मादक पदार्थों के। कोई इनकी मदद क्यों नहीं करता? ये भी आप जैसे हैं, सस्ते नशे ना करें ना करने दें।
अब एक बहुत ही भयानक शब्द है जो थारा भाई को बहुत पसंद है, बार बार बोलता बिन बात बोलता है।
बवंडर आएगा बवंडर, बवंडर आएगा बवंडर, बवंडर आएगा बवंडर।
इस बिन दांत के सांप ने एक डिस ट्रैक भी निकाला जिसका सोचो क्या नाम हो सकता है।
बवंडर।
उसमें भी यही कहा जा रहा भवंडर आएगा भवंडर आएगा,
चारों तरफ बवंडर।
आओ तुम्हें एक कहानी सुनाता हूँ। गाँव में एक बुढ़ा आता है जो कहता भवंडर आएगा भवंडर। तो गांव वाले उसे 2 रोटी देके अपने घरों में छुप जाते हैं, बवंडर नहीं आता। अगले दिन वापस बुढ़ाऊ बोलता है बवंडर आएगा बवंडर। तो गांव वाले वापस उसे 2 रोटी देके घरों में छुप जाते हैं। ये करते करते एक हफ्ता निकल जाता है। फिर जब बुढ़ाऊ बोलता है बवंडर आएगा बवंडर, तो एक गांव वाला कहता है बवंडर तो आता नहीं है, लेकिन ये भोसड़ी का हर रोज आ जाता है हमारी रोटी चरने, इसे भगाओ भवंडर अपने आप भाग जाएगा। कहानी का शीर्षक समझ रहे हो थारा भाई?
भूचाल आएगा इस बार, भूचाल। भूचाल आएगा भूचाल, भूचाल आएगा भूचाल, भूचाल आएगा भूचाल।
ओहो, कभी भवंडर कभी भूचाल, फिर तूफान, आंधी, बाढ़, भूस्खलन, ज्वालामुखी, जितनी प्राकृतिक आफतें हैं ना सबको डिब्बे में पैक करके पब्लिक के मुंह पे फेंक के मार दे, क्योंकि हम तो चटोरे सब चाट जाएंगे। एक और डिस्ट्रैक्ट निकाल दिया। अब सोचो इसका क्या नाम हो सकता है?
भूचाल। मैं कैरीमिनाटी के ऊपर बोला, उनकी फैन फॉलोइंग बहुत अच्छी है यार हमारे देश में। यार अमीर लोग है वो लोग, यार वो कुछ भी कर सकते हैं भाई। मेरा गाना डिलीट करा दिया रातों रात 1 घंटे के अंदर।
वीडियो बचा नहीं पाता हूँ, तेरी गिरा दूंगा मैं तो। इल्यूमिनाटी का चूता हूँ।
That's right. Oh my God. Okay, so a while back, CARRYMINATI did this video that got an absurd amount of attention, and it was a roast of, if I recall correctly, because it's been a minute, he was roasting some TikToker. I can't remember if it was TikTokers in general or if it was one specific TikToker. It's been a minute since I watched it. And so what happened was his video got taken down. It got taken down for like, I don't remember exactly what the verbiage was, but his video had like over 20 million views overnight.
Whoa.
Which is absurd. Like we were just going over view counts earlier of like what is a substantial amount. And to date, Spider-Man No Way Home's trailer has like 70 million views.
Wow.
Right? This got almost a third of that overnight, right?
Wow.
And then it got taken down. It got taken away from him, which for him was an accomplishment. He made this roast video. It got 20 million views, and they just took it away from him, and he could not get it restored. And so now he's being accused by this dude of taking down someone's video on YouTube. He's like, I can't even get my own videos restored, and you're accusing me of taking down your shit? Like, how's, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Damn, 20 mil though. That's a fuck.
Yeah.
Well done, good sir.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you broke YouTube.
मेरे जिसने असल में स्ट्राइक मारा उसका नाम ही नहीं लिया, बस कैरीमिनाटी चुपा मार ले मेरे नाम का। अब एक बार उसकी सुन लो जिसने सही में कॉपीराइट मारा है।
सब कुछ पहले से स्क्रिप्टेड था। मेरे पास ईमेल आई हुई थी और उसका मतलब मास्टर फाइल जो होती है वो आ चुका था। तो दोस्तों मैंने 1 घंटे के बाद उसे ब्लॉक करके वीडियो बना दी। ये बंदा मेरे साथ भी स्कैम कर गया।
YouTube का झूला बना दिया है जिसपे थारा भाई बैठा और उसकी गोदी में ये पाजी। पहले खुद ही स्कैम करो, फिर खुद ही रोक के दिखा दो, फिर जनता को बोलो चलो चूतियो इंसाफ दिलवाओ। सिंपैथी ना बहुत खतरनाक चीज है। कल को कोई मेरे मुंह पे हक के चला जाएगा और फिर रो पड़ेगा।
That's a cold move. That's a really weird move. It's like, so he set up this thing, supposedly, this is allegedly.
Okay.
He set up this thing where he was going to induce sympathy from his audience by giving someone else the file that he was going to upload so that someone could deliberately strike his video. So he deliberately got a copyright strike so that he could say, oh, look what CARRYMINATI did to me, and cry victim.
Huh. That's a lot of steps. Wow. Okay. Did it work?
No, because he's calling him out because he didn't pay the guy off. It's almost like Jussie Smollett or something. It's like you didn't pay the dude off, and so now he's ratting you out because you didn't pay him.
There's some lessons to be learned here.
तो बोलोगे भाई मत बोल, वो तो पहले से ही रो रहा है। मेरे तो मुंह पे हक्का चला गया ना।
हमारी कोई फेस वैल्यू नहीं है, हम गरीब लोग, हम बहुत गरीब लोग हैं, बहुत ज्यादा गरीब लोग हैं, अपने पास खाने तक के पैसे नहीं है। तुम लोग कम से कम 3 टाइम खाना तो खा लेते हो भाई, 3 टाइम भी खाना नहीं खा पाती हमारी फैमिली।
थारा भाई सोने की चेन पहनता है।
I was about to say, you got a gold chain around your neck, boy.
थारा भाई म्यूजिक वीडियोस कर चुका है, लेकिन 3 टाइम खाने को नहीं है। थारा भाई गाड़ी में बैठा है, लेकिन 3 टाइम खाने को नहीं है। थारा भाई ने डोले बना रखे हैं, लेकिन 3 टाइम खाने को नहीं है। और चलो हो सकता है मैंने कुछ छेड़छाड़ कर दी हो, वैसे भी हमारी वीडियो तो अमेरिका में एडिट होती है ना, तो इसके मुंह से खुद सुन लो।
ये बहुत से भाइयों को कमेंट आता है, जोगिंदर तू क्या है, क्या करता है? मैं बताऊं क्या है, ये देख गाड़ी देख रहा है, फोन दिखाइए एक बार, ये फोन देख रहा है, ब्रांड है जोगिंदर। वीडियो मजाक के बनाता हूँ, हल्के में मत लेना।
सबसे आसान काम है सिंपैथी लेना। पैसे बहा दो, गाड़ी में बैठा ही है, घुमा दो जनता। एक बार ना ये गाड़ी और आईफोन लेके मार्केट में बोल के दिखा दे मैं गरीब हूँ, इतनी चप्पलें पड़ेगी ना तूने सोची ना होगी। गरीबू 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 भग।
मेरा कुछ नहीं हुआ, 5 लाख रुपए का नुकसान हुआ है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, 1% भी फर्क नहीं पड़ता यार। 15 दिन की मेहनत मेरी चुटकी में खराब कर दी।
पहले फैसला कर ले, तुझे रोना है या एटीट्यूड दिखाना है। और मैं बचपन से वीडियो बना रहा हूँ, ये एक स्पॉटलाइट लगा के पिंजरा बना के 70,000 से ऊपर की लंड वीडियो नहीं है, 5 लाख। गांड लग जाए, प्राण चले जाए, पर हवाबाजी ना जाए। थारा भाई इमोशनल।
और कुछ ये मेरे को बोल रहे कमेंट में कि यार जोगिंदर तू फेम के लिए कर रहा है, यार क्या करूंगा ऐसे फेम का मैं।
रोते हुए कह रहा है तो सच ही बोल रहा होगा, इन्हें फेम नहीं चाहिए। आओ एक बार इसका चैनल देखते हैं।
कैरीमिनाटी 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 कैरीमिनाटी।
ऋतिक रोशन की जितनी उंगलियां उतनी वीडियो बना रखी है मेरे पे।
Okay, so Hrithik Roshan famously has 2 thumbs on, I can't remember if it was 1 of his hands or 2 of his hands, but Hrithik Roshan, who's like super handsome Bollywood dude, well, he was born with 2 thumbs on 1 of his hands, I believe.
Ah, okay.
So he's saying like, you've made as many videos as, on me as Hrithik Roshan's got, you know.
Fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got extra fingers. I hate that this guy, Joginder, is trying so hard to get sympathy from people while simultaneously flashing his bling in people's faces. It's so gross to me. He's trying to play this victim, and I'm like, I mean, obviously this is a curated thing, right? We're watching CARRYMINATI's video, it's all edited so as to make us audience feel like what CARRYMINATI's feeling. I'm not watching Joginder, I haven't been following him, so I'm not gonna comment too hard about that, but based off of this alone, it just looks weird. You're saying you can't afford 3 meals a day, but you look kind of yoked.
Like you gotta eat to get big.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, man.
Yeah. There is a lot of truth to that. I mean, the chains in the car say a lot. I mean, even if I don't know, that might not even be his vehicle, but you know, if it is, then you know you can eat by selling that whip.
लेकिन फेम नहीं चाहिए, नंबर नहीं चाहिए। एक बार इसकी थूत देख लो जब नंबर की बात होती है।
5,26,000 शेयर और भाई 1.2 मिलियन हो गए उस पर लाइक।
देख तो कैसे शर्मा रहा है। 90 मिलियन व्यूज लेके बैठा यूट्यूब पे, फिर कहता है
तुम लोगों ने किसी की जिंदगी खराब कर दी, तगड़े वाली जिंदगी खराब कर दी, बहुत तगड़े वाली।
मुझे लगा था दुनिया गोल है, ये तो चूतिया समझ के बैठा है। इसे सर पे चढ़ा लोगे ना, ये तो टाट पे अपने आन रख देगा।
कैरीमिनाटी को क्रेन मारा आज तक किसी ने नहीं मारा।
ओ भैया कोई लठ लेके आओ, या तो इसे ठीक करता है तो मुझे बावड़ा कर दो। YouTube पे बीवी बन के बैठा मेरी, खुद ही बकचोदी करे, खुद ही।
He started to my YouTube wife. That might have been it right there. Oh, that's wrong. Yo, you're wrong for that, man.
I meant to say earlier, I really get irritated when someone tries to accuse tries to single out a content creator or an influencer as like the poison of something, whether it's like the poison of the youth or the poison of YouTube or the poison of what. It's like, come on, dude. It's really like I get that CARRYMINATI is quite famous and whatnot, but like ultimately people make the choices themselves of what they want to follow or not follow. So
yeah, that's true.
And not only that, he's a hypocrite. Like, he's hanging out with people who are like, I'm going to get drunk and drink lots of beer. I'm going to smoke and this and that. Like, these kids are young. You know?
Sorry, बोल दो. कान में ले ले sorry.
ये तो रैप है पागल. अभी तो वेब सीरीज आने वाली है.
हाँ, लंदन में पुतला नहीं बन रहा तेरा. इसके जन्मदिन पे ना बुर्ज खलीफा के सामने फुव्वारे उड़ते हैं और लड़कियां लव यू जोगिंदर का बोर्ड लेके खड़ी हो जाती है. शाहरुख खान तो बहुत पीछे रह गया. इसमें 100 कुत्तों का जोश है, लेकिन है तो बेलौटा ही. फिर सोचता मैं दहाड़ क्यों नहीं पा रहा हूँ और मेरे से इतना खिलसा क्यों बैठा ये?
क्योंकि हमेशा तुम लोग साथ मिलकर सारे रीलर को सारे टिकटॉकर की बेइज्जती करते हो.
आयुषी हो गई थी तब टिकटॉक पे वायरल हुआ था डायलॉग मेरा.
टिकटॉक चलता
था. Huh?
Why is he wet? Did I miss something? Is that like...
It's dramatic. It's a very TikTok thing. And so there's this subset of people. I don't. First off, I don't use TikTok. It's not my thing. I tried to get into it, and I'm just like, this is just not my scene. But there are people on TikTok who are egregiously dramatic, like with crying and the music, and they act like it's just, you know. It's just melodramatic is the easiest way to put it, you know? And so this wet hair thing is just an example of the melodrama that you'll find on TikTok from TikTokers. And I forgot to mention earlier that when CARRYMINATI's video got taken down, there was this whole, what do you call it?
Kerfuffle?
What's the word I'm looking for? When you don't want to use something. There's a whole protest against TikTok, and so people in solidarity with CARRYMINATI were deleting TikTok from their phones and downvoting it on the Google Play Store. Like,
people
collectively.
don't like TikTok? I mean, I'm not into the TikTok world, so this is all news to me. So TikTok is not the move.
Well, first off, you can't. I don't even know if you can get it in India really, because Modi banned it because it's a Chinese app. But he banned TikTok along with like 50 other Chinese apps. But the point being is because there's this rivalry between YouTubers and TikTokers, and CARRYMINATI was stoking that flame by going after TikTokers. The video that got taken down. And so, oh yeah, it says right here in 2020, CARRYMINATI shut down TikTok. It's just like he's being blamed because when CARRYMINATI's video got taken down, a whole bunch of people voted down TikTok on the Google Play Store and deleted it from their phones. Wow. But the thing is, CARRYMINATI single-handedly couldn't do that. It was Modi that shut down TikTok, not CARRYMINATI. CARRYMINATI was only continuing to stoke the flame, the beef that was going on between YouTubers and TikTokers, which, while it might seem toxic on the surface, it was only creating more buzz on both fronts.
Right.
You know, like rap battles. It's just like, you know, East Coast, West Coast. They got beef with each other. Both albums the sales start skyrocketing. You know.
ने 2020 के अंदर टिकटॉक बंद कराया था. तुम लोगों को गिराने के लिए कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ, चाहे मेरे को कुछ भी करना पड़ जाए.
अच्छा बेटे, टिकटॉक ये हो पुराने बदले निकाले जा रहे हैं. अमीरी और गरीबी की लड़ाई बना दी. भोसड़ी के तूने गरीबी देखी नहीं है. थारा भाई से प्लीज भाई पे आ जाएगा. कम तो मचा रखा YouTube पे.
Your bro will turn into please bro. Because he's always going, you're bro. Oh man.
पॉलिटिक्स खेली जा रही है. सिंपैथी लेके आर्टिस्ट बना दो, क्रिएटर का टैग लगवा लो, फिर जहरीली मछली को इज्जत चाहिए. थारा भाई इतना मत फैल, फट जाएगा. बस यार बस, होली मेरी. इसकी इतनी बकचोदी है, इस पर पूरी पिक्चर बनाई जा सकती है. लेकिन क्या करें यार, हम तो छोटे लोग.
Yeah, I love the piano.
मनोरंजन के लिए बनाई गई है, तो तुम्हें थारा भाई को गाली देने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. अब अगर तुम्हें वीडियो पसंद आई तो लाइक मारो और विंजो ऐप डाउनलोड करो ताकि तुम भी इनाम जीत सको. लिंक इन डिस्क्रिप्शन. और वो जो लाल वाला बटन है उस पे भूकंप लेके आओ या फिर भूचाल, मुझे नहीं पता, बस क्लिक हो जाना चाहिए. अब मैं भी चाह रहा हूँ सब लोगों को मेरी तरफ से हैप्पी न्यू ईयर. बाय. मोहित, कमेंट सेक्शन का सब्जी मंडी बना रखा है. जितने भी स्पैम कमेंट है ना, सबको रिपोर्ट मार.
Mayday, call karo, weather a shifty. You think I'm fighting you like calm and chemo overhype. Boy finding attention like is finding Nemo. Mere pet mein jana hai teri journey. Parwaa bhi karega tu karmi, you're like jalapeno.
Oh, so this is the song that he put out.
करना पड़ा गैम्बल अब देखो मेरा पूरा ग्रैंड कैसीनो फिर भी किया मैं सैंडल मेरे नाम का बना क्रैम्स कैसीनो हवा की खोज में फंसा है ये कमाल बंदा ची पॉलिटिक्स से चलाया तूने अपना धंधा पूछता है रोस्ट करने का क्या मेरा हक बनता अब मैं पूछूं कौन कर रहा है आज का यूथ गंदा तू करेगा एक्सपोज मैं पहले से ही नंगा हाथ धोए तूने हाथ
Before I ask you the question I was about to ask you, I was going to mention at the end of the video, CARRYMINATI says, yo, this is just for fun. This is just for laughs. Don't go after him, etc. I appreciate that CARRYMINATI has that statement in his videos. He's like, this is just for jokes. And he even says it in his description. But I'm pretty sure CARRYMINATI is aware of the fact that people are like, and then they go after the guy.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain he's aware of that. However, I gotta give him credit for saying it because on the other side, they don't even bother with that thought. They are truly aggressive. There's a lot of aggro attitude. There's a lot of vitriol over there. And they're not like, oh, by the way, this is just for ha-has. How would it be if at the end of a call-out hip-hop album, Ice Cube was like, oh, by the way, this is just because we want to make money. By the way, this is just for ha-has, you know, as his last track. I think it'd be interesting, you know, he's just being real, whatever.
This is all just jokes, you know.
I know I'm kind of bringing in an entirely separate topic here, but it comes off as I 100% believe in what I'm saying. I 100% mean what I'm saying. When there's a lot of, I don't want to say fluff in hip-hop, like especially that kind of hip-hop, I feel like there's a lot of, what do you call it when you inflate something? Embellishing. There's a lot of embellishing going on, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of posturing going on, and I feel like a lot of people don't realize that.
Right.
And so from Joginder, it's like he's playing tough on YouTube or TikTok, whatever, but it's very evident he's doing this for the dough, right? At least in this regard, because by making videos on CARRYMINATI, by using CARRYMINATI's face, you're luring people in for one of two reasons. Either A, because CARRYMINATI is very popular on YouTube, one of the biggest YouTubers in the world, or you're luring people in because of the beef, you know?
It could be both. Both can exist.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you're using his face for that reason.
Well, yeah, I mean, but you have to also admit as well that, you know, this video legitimizes the other guy. And if he's a bigger YouTuber and he spent time, it takes time to make these videos. I mean, I know firsthand because I've had to make videos, and you obviously know the effort that it takes to make a video, especially one of this length. And all that's being done to legitimize your quote unquote enemy. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all just entertainment, you know, jokes or whatever. You hope that somebody doesn't take it seriously and be like, yeah, we about to get this dude. It's not that deep. I mean, it's wrong on both sides for the person going at the person and then responding, because now...
Yeah, well, I mean, it creates more subscribers on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the goal, right? I mean, it's all in good fun.
What I hate is the holier-than-thou sort of attitude that I see sometimes. That's what bugs me, because I was called out once on a YouTube video. It felt like a hit piece where someone was trying to take me down. That's what it felt like. And it pissed me off because there's this holier-than-thou attitude that was in that video. I'm well over it. It doesn't matter to me anymore. And that dude and I, you know, shook hands, essentially, you know,
the digital handshake.
Digital handshake through email. We shook hands. And so it's water under the bridge. At the time, though, it made me mad because this guy had my contact information. And it's like, you could have easily reached out to me if you were really this passionate about what you're feeling in this video. Like, if it genuinely mattered to you, you didn't have to put me on blast. You could have wrote me an email, a few emails if needed, to get the message across. But you deliberately did it on YouTube. There's money on YouTube. You're putting all this effort, and it's so much easier to write a few emails than it is to make a whole video that's essentially a hit piece. You could easily reach out to me, but it's like you're taking this stance of, I'm better than everyone else, and I'm gonna call this person out and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't know why you're doing this, dude. This is just like, you're just creating vitriol. The thing with Joginder that bothers me is he's got this holier-than-thou attitude. That's ultimately what I'm trying to get to.
Right.
It's like with CARRYMINATI, he's just fucking around. He's just like, it's all for ha-has. Now, I'm not gonna like pretend I don't know about the effects CARRYMINATI can have when he roasts someone. Like, there are real effects when he roasts somebody. Whether or not he puts in the disclaimer of, this is just jokes, like, it can have an impact on whoever he's roasting, right? So I don't want to forget that.
Yeah,
but
I believe that.
At the end of the day, CARRYMINATI's like, look, I'm just making jokes. This is just for ha-has, you know? Whereas Joe Ginder's coming at it like, no, he's just... What I really want to hear is your thoughts, because like the thing about it is you've got wisdom.
Huh? What? Me?
Yeah, you got wisdom. It's like, I just want to hear your what do you call it? Unbiased, objective perspective on this whole thing. Like, I've given you a lot of data, of information, and I'm just like, I just want to hear what you think from that perspective, because you're so removed from it.
I have a couple of friends that do, relatively okay on Twitter, and as their Twitter accounts have grown. Twitter, in case you don't know, is like a gladiator pit, like full blown. It's way more
aggressive.
Depressing as well.
No, aggressive.
Yeah, it's far more aggressive than any other platform that I know. And once you reach a certain level of fame, it doesn't matter what you say. Somebody is going to come for the king. Somebody's going to come for the crown. So everything you say is being filtered through the space that you're spewing, whatever it is you're saying, the soapbox that you're standing from. And to think that you can stand on that soapbox after you've reached a certain amount of followers and just be absolutely loved is silly. Somebody's gonna come for you. It's just the nature of human beings. It's king of the hill. So if you're in a space where people are gonna be taking shots at you, you either have to be real with yourself and absorb the punches, or you can, go on the offensive. And if you go on the offensive, all that's going to do is have that snowball move even faster, because then you're not just talking from your soapbox. It's you led by all of your followers that are gonna be spewing whatever it is that goes back and forth, and it's only going to get out of control. You have a choice. You can lead with olive branches, or you can lead with a clenched fist. But if you lead with a clenched fist and you strike, you expect to get bloody. If it's from the person that you're striking at, or their followers that take whatever it is that they say and do true to heart, because you are defending what they believe to be true and honorable, or whatever it is. Because when you admire somebody, there's a piece of yourself that you give to that person, and you don't want that sullied. So they will fight to the death for it. So you just got to be careful. If you throw that punch, don't think maybe will I get hit? Could I get hit? Expect to get hit. So CARRYMINATI, he's doing like, this is just jokes and everything, and I'm sure he absorbs a whole lot more than we could even begin to realize, people that take shots from him. But then every now and then you're gonna get a bigger fish whose impact is gonna hit a little bit harder, and the natural thing you want to do is kind of defend yourself, right? It's just human nature to want to defend yourself. But if you're that big, sometimes you just gotta roll with the punch. And to me, I can't say it's really lighthearted, but it's still, you know what I'm about, so I'm gonna still go on attack mode. But I did like what you said regarding the disclaimer, and be like, listen, for me, I don't know how he's thinking about it, but for me, this is jokes, and I don't want any of my followers, the people that take the things that I do and say to heart, please do not take it out on this person. It's just a hee hee ha ha moment. So I'm happy that he did say that. I don't know how much they're gonna listen to it.
You said something really important there, which is the best thing you can do in an instance like that is laugh. That's the best thing you can do, is laugh. Because when you get visibly butthurt, people take advantage of that. And it just gets worse. And then there's another thing you said, which is like, when you come at, instead of olive branches, you come at it with fists, you're gonna get bloodied. I found that with any instance of people having some kind of a movement born out of attack, a movement born out of like, I need to take down somebody. At some point, leaders of those movements get taken out.
They can.
And the movement goes on without you.
Yeah.
And now you're the enemy of that movement.
Yeah. I mean, what's that Batman saying? You live long enough. If you're the hero, you live long enough, you become the villain.
You either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain.
Yeah, yes. That's what it is.
That's very true with movements born out of vitriol.
Yeah.
Only one I can think of is the Me Too movement, where I'm like, I understand where it comes from and I respect it. However, you cannot ignore the irony of that the people who started it were evicted from it, basically.
Yeah.
Because the lady who began it all, turned out she did some weird shit. There was a lady whose like son did some Me Too stuff, so she had to step down.
Yep.
And it's like, yo, So anyway, that's not to take away from what Me Too is saying. I'm just saying, like, that movement had a lot of aggression in it.
Yeah.
And then the people who started it, They had to go away because they became the enemy of the Me Too movement.
And here's the thing, man. Here's the really big thing, especially when it comes to Twitter. Like that same few friends I was talking about. They were pretty much saying that the best thing about Twitter is that everybody there has a short memory. It's like whatever it is that you beefing at or whatever it is that you're wrong, more than likely things will be, you know, okay, you know, in a couple of days, you know, a couple of weeks if it's really bad. And they were saying it doesn't matter what it is in a couple of months, nobody's gonna care.
Yeah, it's a 24-hour news cycle, and so within 24 hours, it's usually you're moving on to the next thing. I would argue that it's even a 24-minute news cycle sometimes. So people get excited and angry, and then they move on. But it just lives in the comments, and it feels like it's still there, but it's moved.
It's really not, though. That's the thing. But the thing is that there's a piece of you that's been attacked, and you want to cover that wound, you know, and you think everybody sees your wound, but most people don't. They've already moved on to whatever it is, and you're clutching on something that doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, and that Jokinder guy could have easily just laughed. He could have easily laughed it off, but he took it so personally and made this whole thing about it. I'm like, damn, dude. now you got the ire of CARRYMINATI's fan base.
Yeah.
So
see, and that's the thing, and CARRYMINATI, he has to unfortunately carry a bit of that burden because you don't want the people that are shouting your name from the rooftops, you know, doing something horrible in your name. You know, nobody wants that. You know, but you can't control all the masses.
Right.
You know.
Right. Anyway. You guys, this has been fun and interesting, and do let us know your feelings in the comments below, please. Thank you again to CARRYMINATI for allowing us to react to this. Very much appreciate it. Y'all follow Syntell with the Intel, youtube.com/Syntell, and also @Syntell on Instagram. And hit that subscribe button, please, bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. I'm Jaby Koay. This is...
Yo, it's your boy Syntell.
Peace out.